Hi, good afternoon, everyone. We are living in an era of global disruption. Technology is changing economic and social patterns and the way we live. Some of the technology that we see now and the buzzwords and the trends of the current years are artificial intelligence, IoT, smart cars, and even Bitcoin and blockchain, two different things, dominating and challenging the current monetary systems and economies all over the world. However, these are the current trends. And since technological cycles are getting shorter year by year, we have to get ready and to anticipate what are the technology trends and the technology that will dominate our world in the near future. We need to be ready for those technologies because these will dominate our life. Israel is in a very strong position to anticipate and to be ready for those technologies since it's breakthrough and innovation system which is unique. Unlike our achievement in sports, as far as it's related to innovation, we are on a podium. Israel is a leader in civilian expenditures, in civilian R&D, VCs, investments relatively to its small size. And we have 400 different multinationals coming from all over the world to work in Israel. If in the early days we had only American and companies from Europe, we have now companies that are coming from China and from Far East Asia. And the high number of companies that are coming from all over the world to explore and to open their R&D facilities here in Israel is a key and showing the strengths of Israel as far as it goes to R&D and innovation. What is the reasons why Israel is so successful in innovation? First of all, we've got the army, certain units inside the Israeli army, and the experience that we Israelis have when we go to such a very unique systems which called the Israeli army. Also strong academia, startups that are opened on an annual basis of more or less something like 800 startups are open in Israel on an annual basis. And also, as I showed before, the VC and the foreign funding, which is coming to Israel in large numbers. Also, as I said before, the high number of multinationals here in Israel, and also the strong support of the Israeli government in this unique ecosystem. The government I think Israel is the only place, one of the only places in the Middle East without any oil. But we've got two major things which are our key strengths, and the Israeli government saw them as two key issues that will build our economy. Those are the human infrastructure that we've got in Israel and our technological innovation capabilities. In the year 2016, due to the changes that I showed you before, in the year 2016, the Israeli government decided to open a new unit outside of the government of the State of Israel. The Office of the Chief Scientist was a unit inside the Israeli government in the Ministry of Industry and Trade, and open a new statutory entity, incorporated by law, private, which have the capabilities that the Office of the Chief Scientist had before, with the key role of supporting the ecosystems in different tools, not only those which were, like in the Office of the Chief Scientist before, grants to companies, but also tax benefits, and also human infrastructure and other things that we in Israel see as major issues that we have to tackle in order to have our ecosystem, unique ecosystem, flourish and successful in the competitive world that we have now. What the government can support, can be a facilitator unlike the private sector. First of all, we can sustain the failure. Failure in our view is not so bad because first of all, there is a spillover which is coming to the markets. But also, we can sustain the failure and we can support companies to take the technological risks which are crucial for their success in the global market. Also, we can provide other infrastructure such as regulation, tax benefits, and other benefits that we are doing at the moment, like coding boot camps, in Hebrew, sadnaot tichnut, that we want to increase the number of people that will work in the industry from all the societies and all the different divergence of the Israeli society. On an annual basis, we have a total budget of almost $500 million. We provide support to 670 companies in over 1,000 projects. A strategy, because as I said before, the future waves, we cannot anticipate what will be the key roles and the key technology that will dominate the world. We have an approach which we support all the technological fields, everything from a simple entrepreneur to, by the way, the incubator, Hamamot in Hebrew, program was developed in Israel and is now copied in companies in states from all over the world. Also, as I said, the startup industry that we have, but also companies that we want them to be much bigger than they are now. We want them to be bigger in Israel, but also to provide the infrastructure and have other companies from all over the world to open their R&D sites here in Israel, and by doing so, having the Israeli economy flourish. As a reason of that, because of time constraint, I won't get into all of it, but we tackle all the issues, all the different things that we see as, for instance, also things that are related to advanced manufacturing, a technology field that will be very, very dominant because the machines are getting smarter and we need certain capabilities and certain employees that will work on those machines. And because of that, we have a certain divisions inside our structure. One thing that I want to emphasize is the last one, the international collaborations. We've got agreements with almost 65 different states from all over the world. I will just take the American example. We've got Bird Foundation, which is, many of you know, is a foundation only to work with the American government, but we also have agreements with states inside the US, and we provide, first of all, if a company in the US wants to find an Israeli partner, we have a large database and we can provide the companies which are suitable for their needs, but we also can support with grants, with money, the Israeli partner collaborating with the other partner, with the other US partner in this case. But also, as I said, we've got agreements with all the different states. And in the European era, we are the one that, we are the NCP, the entity which is responsible for the exercise of the Eureka and Horizon 2020 agreement, which is the biggest R&D cross-national program in the world. So once again, we are waiting and we have the capabilities to support collaboration between Israeli and companies from all over the world, and we, of course, offer our services for you. Thank you very much.